Welcome back. The objective of this video is to do a calculation to show how we can find the present value and future value of an annuity. Okay, so the example here is that between year 1 to 4 there were 4 equal payments of $50, and we want to work out what is the present value of this annuity and what is the future value of this annuity. Here we have assumed that the interest rate is 10%, so we're going to be able to work out the present value using the equation as well as using the table. So let's start off with the equation. The equation for annuity, as shown on the right, is a bracket 1 minus 1 plus r to the minus n over r. Remember, this is to the power of minus n. Okay, now we know that a is 50, we know r is 10%, and we know n is 4. So we simply just put the values in to the equation, and we find that the present value of this annuity is 158.49. Okay, let's do the exact same example using the table. So here, in the back of the book, in the interest rate table, there is a column where we can find the factor when we're dealing with annuity. It's the column that says finding P given A, given I, and N. So here we know that I is 10%, we know N is 4. And if we look through the table, we can work out that this factor is 3.1699. And we simply just time our annuity amount 50 by 3.1699, and we will find that the present value will be exactly the same as using the equation. Okay, one thing to notice is that when we're finding present value, we are always finding at one period before the first annuity payment. So here we're finding the present value at time 0, and it is very important that you find the annuity at the right present value period. Otherwise, you will get the wrong answer, and this will be apparent when we deal with deferred annuity. Okay, so let's go to future values now. So let's go through the future value of this annuity using the equation. So here we have the equation for future value is a bracket 1 plus r to the n minus 1 all over r. Okay, and same as before, we just put in the values. We know r is 0.1, we know n is 4, and we know a is 50. Here we work out a future value of 232.05. Okay, now let's do the same thing using the table. Okay, so in the column next to given annuity find present, there is also a column find present given annuity. Okay, so we know our I is 10, we know our N is 4. We can work out a factor of 4.64, and we simply just time our annuity $50 by 4.641, and we will find that the future value that we calculated in this method will be exactly the same as the equation. Okay, so just one other quick side note is that if you were ever asked to find future value or present value, you don't need to find both of them. Okay, as we have remembered from one of the earlier lessons, we can calculate future value using the present value if we know the period of time and the interest rate. So from this example, we know that r is 10%, we know our time is 4 years. So we could have just simply went the present value rate that we worked out, 158.49, and just times it by 1.1 to the power of 4. And if we do that, we would also get the future value of 232.05. So a very important thing to know here is that no matter whether you find the future rate or the present rate, you should always be able to work back one to another. Thank you.